The first one, we're going to look at the factor, the difference of two squares. We're going to look at the sum and difference of two cubes. We're going to be looking at the factors of perfect square. We also look at polynomials, how to factor polynomial of second degree. And then we look at the factor by grouping. We look at completing the square. All these is what we're going to do in this live section with lots of questions. With lots of questions. Okay? As you're coming, you begin to type I, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, all over the globe. Okay? Just say I as you're coming in to this live section. You're welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay? The first one we want to look into is the difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. And we have here s squared minus a squared. When we are looking at difference of two squares, you must have a multiple of the first variable as s squared. The second variable also must also be a multiple, but there must be a minus that connects the two multiple. So in such case now, it's going to give you x minus a times x plus a. And again, this equation is reversible. What does that mean? When you have an expression, same expression, the same two expression, but with alternating sign, minus plus, the same expression with alternating sign, then it's going to give you the left side of the equation. Okay, let me quickly give you this example. But don't worry, we are going to play with a lot of questions for this case. Imagine you have probably you have a multiple here. It could be 5 square minus 3 square. That will give you 5 minus 3, and then 5 plus 3. Don't worry, we are going to play with a lot of questions for the first one. For the case of perfect square. Perfect square is this case s squared plus ax and then plus a squared. Okay, there is 2 here, and what we have here is that how to get this middle one is very simple. One of the last one, okay, times them together times 2 will give you the middle number. So this is going to give you, this is going to be equal to x plus a squared. So if you expand, if you expand this, it's going to give you this one. Okay. Another one you can have is you can have this s squared minus 2ax plus a squared. So this will give you x minus a squared. Okay, we're going to play with all these. We're going to play with questions for all this. Let's see sum of 2 squared. Sum of 2 squared. But before we do that, let's check our audience. As they are coming in, begin to say I. Okay, welcome to the channel. As they are coming in, just say I. Okay, I. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Just begin to type, say something. If you are yet to subscribe, do that right now. Okay. For the sum of 2 cube, you have s cube plus a cube. S cube plus A cube is going to give you x plus A times x squared minus ax plus what? Plus a squared. That's for the s cube plus what? Plus a cube. Let's see the difference of two cube. So in that case now, when you have s cube minus a cube, is going to give you x minus a, and then times what? S cube minus what? Plus ax, and then plus a squared. Okay. The first expression will be minus, and then the rest expression will be plus all through. Okay. And for the one of plus, you're going to have x plus a, and the rest expression, this will be s squared minus ax plus what? Plus a squared. Okay. So that's that on these aspects. I. Okay. I can see you. You just type I. Okay. Subscribe to the channel so that you can be able to type your comment and send your question. The first one, if you check this first one, you realize that you are having a multiple s squared, and then this 4 also is also a multiple of 2 squared. This is called difference of 2 squared. Difference of 2 squared. So in that case now, this is the multiple, this is the multiple, and minus must connect them. So that will be equal to what? X minus 2 into bracket what? X plus 2. Let's finish that one. For this one, I'll just take you to this identity. Recall when you have a cube minus x cube, it's going to give you a minus x, and then times what? Times a squared minus this one times this one, ax, and then plus what? Plus x squared. Now apply this one now. This one is the same as what? S cube minus 1 cube. 1 cube is still the same thing as 1. And that will be equal to what? X minus 1 times what? Times x squared minus. No, when you have minus, you have your minus here, and everything will be plus. X times 1, that's x, and then plus what? Plus 1. So that's that for that one. That's that for that one. Okay. The next one, this is will be equal to s cube plus 2 cube, and that will be equal to x plus 2 times what? Times x squared. Okay. This one, x times 2, that's a plus 2x, and then plus, don't forget the identity, plus the one you have here, that'll be what? That will be 4. If you look at the identity, minus 1, so this is 1 s squared, so that will be equal to what? Plus 4. Okay. Welcome. As I come in, you can type your comments. Type your comments. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. Welcome. Okay. So when you have plus, the first one will be plus, the second one here will be minus. Don't forget the list I first gave, the first page. Okay, so that's what you're going to have. Okay, that will be what? So that's that on that. Let me quickly explain again. This one is the same as this, so that will be one of these and one of these. You start with plus, then open your brackets, this one, square that, then minus a times x, Your a is x, 8 times x. So that's this one times this one. That's minus 2x. And then plus what? Plus the what you have here, which is what? You square that. This one is going to be, you can write the x to the power 4 as 2 squared. This one, 16, as what? 2 to the power what? 2 to the power 4. 2 to the power 4. We can make it 4 square. 4 square. Yeah, so that it will be double, a multiple, and multiple. And that will give us s squared minus 2 minus 4. We take one of these with one of these also. And then times s squared also plus what? Plus 4. It will be the same expression, but alternating sign. We can still work on this one. This one is still a multiple and multiple. Okay, so that will be equal to what? This one is going to have s squared minus 2 squared. So that will be 2 times what? X plus 2. This one, there's no identity for this one, s squared plus 4. It should be negative. So just write that one, s squared plus 4. Completely. Look at this first one. This is a perfect square. This is what? This is a perfect square. Why? Recall this. S squared plus 2ax. Okay, and then plus a squared will give you x plus a or square. One thing about perfect square is that you must have, look at this one now, x minus a. Multiply the two together, that'll be what? That'll be xa. So at the middle point times 2. Okay? Then again, you have one of these x and then one of these x. So this will be equal to x plus 3 squared. X plus 3 squared, because when you multiply this one, x times 3, it's going to be 3x. It's going to be 3x. And 3x times 2 will give you the middle point. That'll be what? That'll be 6x. Because you can also do it another way. You can solve it another way. So that's the answer. To do it in another way is this. We are going to look for the factors of 9 that can generate the middle one. Factors of 9 that can generate the middle one. And factors of 9 could be 9 and 1, but 9 and 1 can't give the middle one. It cannot give this middle one. Okay? So factors of 9 is, I'll still explain this one further. So this will be equal to x plus 3 times what? X plus 3. And that's that on that case. Okay? That's that on that case. Okay. So that's that on that case. As you're coming in, just begin to say I. I'm here. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are across the globe. I. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you. I can see you. Okay. I can see you. Thank you for coming on board. Just begin to type I. I can see you. Okay. I can see all of you. Thank you. Yeah, let me explain this one. I'm going to explain further. This one further. Look at this second one. This is polynomial of degree 2. This is a polynomial. This is quadratic equation, quadratic expression. The first thing we need to know is to correspond these to the standard quadratic equation. correspond this to standard quadratic equation. And when you do that, you're going to have your a to be 9. The attachment to your x squared is a. That's 9. The attachment to your x is b. So in this case now, you're having minus 6. And then the constant is what? Is c. That's 1. Then the next thing to do, want to find AC. Find AC. That would be what? 9 times 1. That's what? That's 9. So when you do that, we are going to look for 2 factors of 9. 2 factors of 9. This is plus 9. This is plus 9. That can give us minus, that can give us the b. That can give us the b. The b here is what? Is minus 6. Either by adding or by subtracting. Either by adding or by what? By subtracting. Okay? That's what? That's the 3 times the 3. That's 3 times 3. And that will be minus 3 and what? And minus 3. Minus 3, minus 3, when you multiply it, it's going to give you 9 plus 9. Okay? So our b is now gotten. Our b is what? Our b is minus 6. Minus 3, minus 3. Okay? Then the next thing to do now is to now replace the b. Replace the b. Where you have the b, replace it back there. So we're going to have now 9x squared minus 3x minus 3x. Okay? Your b is minus 3 minus 3. Then times the what? The variable x plus what? Plus 1. Then the next thing to do now is to begin to group the first 2 items. Begin to group the last 2 items. The first 2 items, the last 2 items. Begin to group it. Here and here, what is common? 3x is common. Take it outside. Then you have what? You have 9x squared over 3x. Then minus 3x over the one outside, 3x. I'm through with that one. Then minus, begin to share the links across all your platform. So then the last 2 items, what is common there is 1. 1 is common. Okay, so that will be 3x over 1. So that will be 3x. Minus times plus. Minus times plus. That's what? Minus. And then 1. So let me give us the value for this one and this one. This one, 3x squared over 3x. That will give you 3x. This one will give you 1. Okay, minus 1 into bracket 3x minus 1. One thing you must know, when you are factoring or when you are factorizing, these 2 expressions must be the same. When you are factorizing, these 2 expressions must be the same. You take one of that, and then the one here, 3x minus 1, and that's giving us what? 3x minus 1 or squared. Okay? That's that on that question. That's that on that question. That's that on that question. But we can solve it in a faster way using perfect square. Instead of factorizing, we can solve it using the perfect square. Another way you can solve this question, anytime you have one of these, this is a multiple, 3x squared. So one of that is 3x times the one at the end times the one at the end, which is what? 3x. And then times 2. So it's giving you what? The middle one. So in that case now, your answer is going to be what? 3x minus 1 or squared. I'm going to repeat that again. I'm going to repeat that again. I'm going to repeat that again. Recall, we said that a squared minus minus x squared will give you a squared minus 2ax, which is one of these times one of these, and then times invisible cube, and then plus the last one, so plus x squared. Okay, plus x squared. So that's that on that case. The first one is a quadratic expression. Correspond that to this one. Let's see. In this question, our a is 1. Our a is 1 in this question. So what we need to do is to look for two factors of 12. Two factors of 12 that can give us the b, that can give us the attachment here, which is -1. Our b is -1. Okay, so I'm going to open the brackets and close the brackets, open and close. So factors of 12 is what? Which I call AC. My AC is what? Let me just leave it factors of 12. That's 6 and 2. But 6 and 2 can never give us -1. My b is -1. My b is -1. Okay? We are looking for the two factors. Don't forget what I said from the beginning, that when you are grouping quadratic equation or expression, the attachment here, s squared, a is 1, and c is what? C is -12. So your AC is a minus what? -12. Your AC is -12. So then the sum now of the two factors, let's get the factors. 6 and 2 can never generate -1. That generation will be by adding or subtracting. 4 and 3. 4 and 3, can you give us -1? Yes. That will be -4 plus 3. Okay? So by the time you add these two factors together, you get your what? You get your b, which is what? Which is -1. Is that clear now? So the two factors is what? -4 plus 3. So that will be x -4 and then x plus what? Plus 3. So that's the answer for that one. That's the answer for that one. Then the next question, where factor completely by grouping. What you do in this case is to look for the expression that is the same. This one is here. This one is also here. Can you take it out? And when you do that, you open another bracket, okay? And then you begin to divide each part by what you've taken outside. So it will remain this one here, x here, plus the second part also divide by what you have taken outside, s squared plus 2. If you do that, it will remain what? Plus 3. And that finish the what? The question. Plus 4 times x minus 1 power 3, and then plus x plus 2 power 3. We have, this is the first part. Let's see solution. This is the first part of the expression. This is the second part of the expression. Let's see what is common. X minus 2 is here. X minus 2 is here. Okay? We have 12. X minus 1 here. We have 3 of such. We have x plus 2 here to power 4. We have 4 of x plus 2. We have 3 of x plus 2. So we're going to take the common factor, x minus 1. That's the least common, power 2. Okay? We have 2 here. We have 3 here. X plus 2 also, the least common is power 3. X plus 2 power 3. Then you open your brackets. So it's going to remain 3 and then times what? Times x plus 2. Times x plus 2, because we have 4 of x plus 2 and 3 is already outside, so it remains 1. And then plus x minus 1, that will be 4. X minus 1 to power 2 is already outside. So here it will remain what? X minus 1. Okay, and then x plus 2 power 3 is already outside. Okay, so the bracket you open here, then close it in this place. Okay, then the next thing you do now is to find AC. A times C, which is what? 2 times 3. That's 6. That's 6. Then we need to find the 2 factors of these 6. Don't forget this will be plus 6. 2 times plus 3. That's a plus 6. 2 factors of these are 6. Could be 2 and 3. Could be 6 and 1. 6 times 1 or 2 times 1. Okay. So then the next thing is to find the sum of those 2 factors that can generate the B. That can generate this B. That can generate 5, which is the B. So that will be what? Plus 2 and plus 3. Plus 2 and plus 3. So that's your B. So you now go back to the question, 2x squared plus your B is plus 2. That'll be plus 2x plus what? Plus 3x. You replace the B by those 2 factors. And then plus what? Plus 3. Then the next thing you do is to group the first 2 together. Group the last 2 together. The first 2 together. The last 2 together. Okay? The first 2 together. The last 2 together. Please, as you're coming in, begin to say I. Okay, give the videos a thumbs up. Begin to say I. So then the next thing to do now is to now factorize the first 2 together. The first 2. 2 is common. 2 is here. 2 is here. Take it out. X squared is here. X is here. Take the x is common. Take it out. So you have this plus 1 plus this one and this one. 3 is common, and that will be x plus what? X plus 1. So the final conclusion will be what? Plus 1 times what? You take one of this. This and this must be the same thing. Plus what? X plus 1 times 2x plus 3. That's your answer to that question. Say something. Subscribe to the channel. Okay? Begin to type I as you're coming in to the section. So this is what we have now on these segments. This is what we have. The first one, solution. Before the solution, before this one, the question is factor the difference of 2 squared. Factor the difference of 2 squared. We have the first one, the A part is x squared minus 25. The B part is 25x squared minus 4. The C part, or the third one, is 36x squared minus 9. The fourth one is 9x squared minus 1. So the first one, is x squared. The 25 is 5 squared. So this is a multiple. This is a multiple. And you have minus that connect them together. This will be equal to what? X minus 5 times what? X plus 5. And that's in that solution. The B part of the second one, the 25, we're going to make it 5x. And then you now open and close the brackets, and that will be 5x squared minus what? The 4 is 2 squared. So we have succeeded to make the first one to be a multiple, the second one to be a multiple. For the question, we only have x squared as a multiple. But don't forget that 25 is also a multiple. So you can combine them together to be 5x and enclose it inside brackets and square that. And that will be equal to what? 5x minus 2 times what? 5x plus 2. Let's finish the solution to that. The third one, the 36 is 6 squared. This is x squared. I can combine it together to be 6x. Enclose it inside brackets, square that. The 9 is 3 squared. So we have succeeded to make this one a multiple, this one a multiple, being connected together by negative. Okay? And when such happen, we call it difference of 2 squared. And that will be equal to 6x minus 3 times 6x plus 3. That's end that question. The last part of this question, we have 9x squared, which is the same as what? 3x squared minus 1. This one is also the same as 1 squared. So that will be equal to what? 3x minus 1 times what? 3x plus 1. So that's that on these segments. Okay, we want to begin to be solving questions now on factoring polynomial. Okay, this is elementary algebra. Okay, we're going to say I. Factor the perfect square. Factor the perfect square. Okay, recall for perfect square. Recall x squared plus ax plus what can we call it? Plus ax, because what we're trying to do here, if you look at what we have here, this is a multiple. Okay, you take one of these. If one of these times the last one, if you multiply it together, which is x squared, one of that is what? Is this. What here also, one of that is also what? 1. Multiply it together, that's what? X. Times what? Times 2. Okay? Then it becomes a perfect square. If this one of these times this, times 2 is what you have at the middle one, then you're going to have x plus 1 squared. The second one, if what you have here, one of these is x, and then this is 2 squared. One of these also is also what? Is 2. If you multiply these two together, which is what? 2x times 2. If it can give you the middle one, then this will become what? X minus 2. This one, this is 2 squared. This one must be multiple. This one must be multiple. This should be 4. It should be 4. So this will be equal to x plus 2 squared. Okay, you can watch the beginning of this segment. I've explained all this. The last one, This is 5 squared. Okay, this is x. This is multiple. So this one times this one of this, that's 5x times 2, making this. So this will be equal to x minus 5 or square. Okay, and the last one here, this is equal to 3x squared plus, this is equal to 2 times 3x, and then plus what? Plus 1. So in that case now, this will give you 3x plus 1 or square. So that's that on the perfect square.